We got the helicopter, we have the camera, we figured we might as well go out and have some fun. Donuts, maybe, who knows, go around, hit a couple jumps, kind of have a good time.
What do you want to see? You want to see yomps? You want to see bombs?
Plan for today? Yeah. Go faster.
Hey, we're trying to learn how to go faster.
We're supposed to send it, so we're gonna see how they do.
We're here in Lucerne Valley, out in the middle of the California desert. It is the peak of the hottest heat wave the U.S. has experienced in, I don't know if you believe the news, like 50 years. And it's pretty goddamn hot out. So what a great time to go do 3 days of full-blown testing here in the middle of the desert.
Lucerne's a new area for him, so usually we go out to Johnson Valley, but you know, it's lake bed and rocky and sandy, and we're going to the Baja 400 next, so we want to have like a variety of, you know, fast whoops, some tight rock passes, stuff that we can really see how the thing's working in the tight section. So gonna be out here till Wednesday. Today's day one. Started out with the pre-runner. We'll get this thing some miles on it, and then we'll switch to the race car in a little bit and get the helicopter in there.
It's real hot. Matt's already suited up. He's been begging me to go, and he asked us why we're in the practice truck, which has no air conditioning in it. The race truck has this fancy hose that actually blows cold air instead of just lukewarm desert air. Hudson, who's hanging out over there, is actually he's pretty happy he's not hanging in the truck right now. He's just here for moral support.
In 2023, we've partnered with the Gabrowskis, often referred to as the Gabrowskis. It's been a fantastic partnership. We're so excited to be racing together. The brothers are fun as can be off track. There's never a shortage of smiles, which I think is really important. And probably more importantly than that, they are incredibly proficient on track. One of the reasons we're out here in Lucerne today is to get Troy some more seat time in the cars. And you know, he's done a lot of racing in the 5-car. He's done a lot of racing stateside, but he hasn't been in these trucks as much down in Mexico. So having the opportunity to be out here and burn down miles is really, you know, it's so beneficial to the program and to the performance of Troy and the truck. It's one of the things that we're out here doing.
I'm just trying to get more comfortable for the race. I think I'm planning on qualifying and starting and just getting more comfortable in the Brenthal truck and the way they handle and move, and just getting a lot faster. Just gonna be able to run a more competitive pace. The more seat time I get, the better I'll be, and just the more confident I'll be going into the 400.
We're out here in Lucerne with Marcel, testing with Evan and making some changes today. The truck worked really well, did a few adjustments and got more traction out of it. Worked really well when it's low on fuel and full of fuel, so that's what you want in a race car, is the best of both worlds. We're gonna keep tweaking on it tonight, make some changes, change some valving around, and hit it again tomorrow and see if we could throw the kitchen sink at it and get every inch of shock we can out of this thing and make it work really well. So we're excited. Mike's excited. We're looking forward to the 400.
Keith over at KDM has set up the shocks, and he's done a great job. We're always trying to come out before each race and test the shocks with him, and he's been getting them dialed in every race. They're getting a little better, and we're still making more changes. I think the truck's going in the right direction. We're just trying to make the truck as fast as possible, the best it can be for the Baja 400. So today I'm going to push it out here and see what the truck's capable of and tune on it as much as we can to make it fast.
Constantly making good improvements. We're mainly trying to focus on getting more traction out of the truck. We did a couple different adjustments, spring changes, and a couple tube adjustments, and gained probably 20% more traction out of the truck, which is huge. Marcel was really happy about that. He's getting to the point where he's driving the truck so hard that we need to take the shocks out of it to the next step and worry about more performance than anything. We're just trying to take advantage of the time being spent out here. There's a lot of money invested into this, and leading up to the 400, he's looking good in points. So, you know, it's all about that risk versus reward. So we're gonna take a big risk today. And we already pulled off all the shocks, changed all the valving and the bypasses, made a couple adjustments, and yeah, we're about to go test it and see what kind of performance we can gain out of this truck. There's always room for improvement with these trucks, you know, especially being a spec truck. A lot of it has to do with shock setup and making good traction. If you're carrying your momentum through everything and you're not making good traction and your point A to point B, your corner to corner speed is off, you know, you're gonna start losing time. So it's all about making the best traction possible with these trucks and getting the most out of it.
We've got like a 10-mile course set up, basically like a little qualifying course, and we've tried to incorporate as much of the Mexican terrain as we can up here in California. We're gonna use that 10 miles as a baseline to just do lap after lap after lap. Basically, we're just here trying to get our package fine-tuned for the Baja 400.
Ayy, I got the recipe, never gonna let any op get the best of me. Thought it was distance, but haters is next to me. Talk to the spirit, you know I've been heavenly. Company definitely show your trajectory. This ain't a diss cause I say it respectfully. It's time to eat up, red like a speeder. Taking it deeper and that's how it better be. I never let the comparison get to me. I just remember the promises meant for me. I know the enemy and that he's sent for me. I keep the blood of the lemons, my centerpiece. I cannot trust in no crystals or energy. Look at the chemistry, it do not even mix chemically. Most of the tricks, they be gimmicks, they mimic the truth. It's poison and we got the remedy. There is a bomb, apply it. The fire can stand to the tallest of giants. The tyrant and all the suppliers are scheming and lying. They selling his dreams and we buying it. Show me the chicken, I'm frying it. Show me the dough and I'm prying it. Ain't never lacking it, so what I'm packing, he taking it, he magnifying it.
It's really important to make sure everything's tight, you got no cracks. I mean, it just takes one little bolt coming loose and your race is over. We try to be super meticulous in the shop and make sure we're dotting all our T's and crossing our I's. We don't really want failures in the race. We want to be able to push and be able to run up front and not have to worry about the truck falling apart or anything happening to it. We just want to have it be reliable and be able to win races with it.
That's why we're out here testing, make sure everything's going to be ready. It's going to be as good as possible for the 400, but what also makes me feel real confident about that is Matt, my co-driver, he is also the one who does majority of the prep on the truck, and I know someone who's going to ride in the truck he's going to double check everything. He's going to make sure that it's good to go.
The reliance on the mechanical components of the truck is a lot, right? I mean, these things are getting beat to shit out in the desert. It's amazing when you look at them. There's so many little things that can go wrong, but you know, the best you can do is make sure everything's prepped, make sure everything's thought through and checked correctly, and then have a really good guy in the right seat who knows how to fix it when it goes wrong.
500 was a good example of just how delicate the situation is, and the fact that every little small piece, both within the race car itself and within the team, has to be absolutely perfect on race day to get a strong result. 1,000 little pieces that go into making the car perform correctly and reliably and consistently, and that's a big part of it. And yeah, that's why we got the guys at Evan Weller Racing taking care of all of our vehicles and doing our prep, and that's why we're out here testing.
Hey, we might get Jack in the orange truck, the race car.
Yeah.
Jack has not driven the race car yet. He's been driving the old blue pre-runner the whole time, getting seat time. We're gonna put him in that orange truck for a lap and see how he likes that, and hopefully wrap up in the next hour or so.
I'm Jack Grabowski. I'm driving the two Spy Optic trucks for Mike Marsal, testing them out, seeing if the changes that Evan made in the shop are making any improvements.
Dead to me, R.I.P. buried. 무리들이 몰려온다 사자해라 미리. Dead to me, R.I.P. buried. 무릎 꿇고 고개 숙여 반성해라 미리. 왜 이래요? 잘못 오셨네요. 상관없는 자에게는 묻지 마세요. 손 깨끗이 씻고 and I live to tell the tale. 못이 박히게 얘기했지만 coffin and a nail. Buried so deep in your excrete. 누구 탓해? 다 네가 한 짓. I've been mute, I've been discreet. 알만한 사람 다 알아 나 in these streets. 시끌벅적, 시끌벅적, 시끌벅적. 동네 시끄럽네요. 시끌벅적, 시끌벅적, 시끌벅적. 화난 사람 많네요. Come and hit you and run. They coming for your ransom. 나 어째 call you lawyer. 못 막아 can't do nothing for ya. I said come and hit you and run.
It was fun, yeah. We went over it, probably pinned and just kind of kicked us to the right a little bit. Nah, I wasn't scared. Not with Jack. Jack's got me good.
The team that we've pulled together is more than capable of winning races and more than capable of winning a championship. The amount of thought and selection that has gone into curating such a well-designed program is mind-numbing. I know that Evan spends nights up at his shop in California dreaming about how to make race cars go faster.
The Spy Optics team is really coming together. I feel like Evan Weller is really helping pull this program together, make that Brenthal truck really fast. Mike is getting really fast. He's getting more confident. You just got to keep on being consistent, and I know that that truck and us as drivers, we're capable to get that truck up on the podium, and I think there's a good chance we can do pretty good in the final points for the championship.
We're currently running in 4th place, I believe, in the points championship. A couple more good results. I think we can definitely win this thing, and it would be pretty sweet to do that. You just got to stay consistent, and I think we'll end up on top.
Leading into the 400, you know, it's a little tricky. Getting a good starting position for the 1,000 is always key. You know, that's a long, grueling race, so everything counts leading into the 1,000. These guys, they know what they're doing. The truck is in excellent shape, and it's really looking good for a solid finish at the 400. Troy being another driver, it adds a good component to the whole team. He's a great driver. Marcel is a great driver. So all the combinations of everything are gonna kind of come to fruition, and it's going to be a good result.
We're going to make sure that this truck is as fast as possible, and we're going to be pushing hard to do good for this race.
Up next is the Baja 400, and it'll be the 3rd race in our series. It's going to be a good race. I mean, again, it's kind of back to that sprint race format, if you will. It's a fairly quick race. There's no room for error. There's no room for flats. You got to turn it on for minute 1, and you got to go until the end.
What it do? 5 in the morning and I got my mind on loop. Sleep cause Ace woke up in the Bugatti, I woke up in the coupe. It's a G 35 gin and juice where I woke up feeling like Snoop. And the whole team ready about the action, and we didn't come to loot. Now we didn't come to lose. A certified polymath, I am living proof. And I just kick it, I do my business, and then I visit the obituary when I hit the booth. And I did it all on my own, cause nobody showed me no love. But now they say, damn man, he's grown. You should've known.